This is President Biden and Vice President Harris say they're going to visit the area soon. FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell telling CBS's Face the Nation infrastructure damage is significant.
Water systems, communication, roads, critical transportation routes, as well as several homes that have been just destroyed by this.
Trump is expected to speak at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Another debate is tomorrow. Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer has a preview.
Tim Walz and J.D. Vance are preparing to face off in their first and only debate on Tuesday. Microphones will not be muted. There will be no audience and there will be no opening statement.
And Fox News Radio will be providing live coverage and a simulcast of the CBS News vice presidential debate tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. America's listening to Fox News.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at loganthompsonlaw.com.
It's not every day that you buy a house. And if you're only going to experience something like that 2 or 3 times in your entire life, wouldn't you rather enjoy the experience? For home buying that is truly good, come to Southern Heritage Bank. We make home buying simple, fun, worry-free. In a word, we make it good. Find out more and apply now at southernheritagebank.com/mortgage. Let's do something unbelievably good. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, good morning, everyone. Mix 1041. It is 7:02. We're on Mix 1041 Radio. We're on mixtv.tv. And I want to begin this hour with a very special announcement of what we're going to do tomorrow morning. And I want everyone to listen to this or watch this if you're watching, because we need your help. Everyone knows at this point what is happening with the Hurricane Helene fallout in northeast Tennessee, western North Carolina, where I just read in the last few minutes 100,000 people do not have drinking water and will not for days in the Asheville area. So we are going to do something. We are going to team up with Operation Compassion, as we have for nearly 20 years when these things happen. Tomorrow morning, we're going to broadcast live from Life Care Centers of America's Corporate Plaza on Keith Street. Now, those of you who participate or know about our Empty Stocking Fund finale over there, it's that same building. We're going to be broadcasting in their parking lot with Operation Compassion. We need you to begin preparation today, to begin to donate, to get some items together to donate. So we're going to start at 7. I will say the truck, Tony Clanton and the Operation Compassion truck will be out there before 7. They'll be out there in the 6 o'clock hour. So if you have to, you want to come by before 7, you can. But I need to get this list here. We've got a the major needs are water, non-perishable food items, also diapers. But here are more needs, and we're gonna post the Sheridan Mosley, our communications director, is working on a post right now, because we're just announcing this morning. This all came together in the last less than 24 hours. So again, let me repeat, tomorrow morning we will host a Hurricane Helene relief broadcast. We need you to bring items, and what we do, Operation Compassion goes to the front lines. They've already been there. They've already had trucks there. They're going back, so they can take our items that we donate directly to the front lines of northeast Tennessee, of western North Carolina. I've talked to officials in Greenville, Tennessee yesterday, Newport, Unicoi County up there. I mean, just that whole area. Irwin, Tennessee, but also in western North Carolina, which is obviously, but that has been the hardest hit. We go on the air tomorrow at 7, 24 hours from right now, at Life Care Centers of America's corporate headquarters on Keith Street. We'll be in that lower parking lot, or that parking lot there. Water, We need water. We need, these dear people, water, non-perishable food items, diapers, and here are some other items that I was given last night. Tarps, rope, duct tape, zip ties, batteries. Good morning, my friends at Duracell. Flashlights, candles, lighters, matches, bleach, propane, shovels. They say ramen noodles would be great. I mentioned the canned food, non-perishable food items. So what you need to think, and this is what a friend of mine over there said, you need to think cleanup and survival until water and electricity are available again. I read a report right before I came on the air here that in the Asheville region over there, where 300 roads are closed this morning, they will not have 100,000 people, so about the size of Bradley County, will not have clean drinking water for days. Okay? Let me repeat what we're doing here. Tomorrow morning, we're going to, the beautiful thing about this community and about this area, when something happens, you want to do something. We want to do something. So here's your opportunity. So again, we're teaming up with Operation Compassion tomorrow morning beginning at 7. You can go before 7. We're going to go on the air at 7. All of our stations will be there. And we're going to give you the opportunity to give. The major needs are bottled water, non-perishable food items, diapers, cleaning supplies. Those are the major needs. I just gave you another another supplemental, or I guess more items, we should say. Life Care Centers of America's corporate headquarters tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock on Keith Street. All of our stations will be out there collecting items. So here's what I'd say to you. You're heading to work this morning. You're heading to school this morning. You're heading to the plant this morning. Maybe you're already there. What I would do is I would get with your coworkers. I would get with your friends. Hey, students on the buses this morning, get with your friends. Some of you that are in, let's say, school clubs. Some of you that are on teams. We need you. We need you. So we're doing it tomorrow morning so we could talk about it today. That's the whole idea here. We want you to be prepared to give tomorrow. These people are in desperate, desperate, desperate need. You know that. If you followed the coverage at all this weekend, you know that. This is Northeast Tennessee. This is Western North Carolina. Operation Compassion, they've already been there. They're going back. They've got more trucks, and God bless Ross Tarver Distributing. He's coordinated so much water already this weekend to Northeast Tennessee, and then he's donating trucks from Tarver Distributing for Operation Compassion. So it's a big effort, but we need you. We need you tomorrow morning. We'll be there 7 till probably around a little after 9. You can go before 7, but I'm calling on you, dear people. We need you. We do, yes, but these people who are beyond suffering, we can do something. You've never failed. We've been doing this for years. We've been working with Operation Compassion for about 20 years when things like this happen. So we need you. We need you bad. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock. So we wanted to take today to prepare this community. All right? So get out there, get this stuff, and bring it tomorrow. And know that when you bring your items for these dear people, that they will go to the front lines because of Operation Compassion. President of Operation Compassion, Kelvin Page, who's the pastor of Westmore, will be here in probably about 30 minutes. So we're going to talk to him. But it is a big, big effort. Let me get some news about this. TDOT released a statement on Sunday. Motorists traveling in East Tennessee, check the TDOT SmartWay map online or call 511 for statewide travel information. In Tennessee, 27 state roads are still closed, including State Route 39 in McMinn County. 14 state bridges are closed. 5 state bridges have been destroyed. Local 3 reporting TVA say they're still monitoring several dams in Upper East Tennessee, currently releasing 450,000 gallons of water per second toward Chattanooga to relieve the amount of water being held up by the Douglas Dam. Officials say releasing the water in a controlled manner will help protect Knoxville, Lenore City, and Chattanooga. TVA may increase the amount of water being released in the coming weeks. Also, a hotline has been established by the TBI to organize reports of missing persons in the areas impacted by flooding. If you need to report someone missing, go to 1-800-TBI-FIND. All right, so, and there's obviously a lot more news about this. A lot of you have been, I'd say most of you have been following this over the weekend. There is another non-Helene story this morning. Former Tennessee Governor Winfield Dunn passed away Saturday at the age of 97. He was Tennessee's 43rd governor, and he was elected in 1970. Before his election, he had never held public office. All right, top story, though, this morning. Mix 104.1, ESPN Cleveland 101.3, Fiesta 99.1, and MixTV.tv will host a Hurricane Helene relief broadcast Tuesday morning, beginning at 7 o'clock at Life Care Centers of America's Corporate Plaza on Keith Street. We are partnering with Operation Compassion to assist those in need in Northeast Tennessee and Western North Carolina. Operation Compassion will take any donated supplies from the event to the front lines. Again, the biggest needs: water, cleaning supplies, non-perishable food items, and diapers. All right? We go on there at 7 at Life Care tomorrow, and you don't have to get out of your vehicle. Operation Compassion will be with us tomorrow. Tony Clanton. They'll have their trucks there and ready to go. We need you to be ready to go. We need you to have a plan today. You know, you need to think about this. What can I do? What do I have access to? Some of you work in places that offer this stuff. Talk to your bosses this morning. I know I'm speaking to some owners this morning, some bosses this morning. Let's make a plan. Let's make this a wonderful day tomorrow. And this is obviously just the first part of it, but we want to help. All right, Bridget, we've been doing it. Welcome back, Bridget. We've been doing it.
Thank you.
For a long time, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And such a great way to partner with Operation Compassion. You know, they're local. They're based here in Cleveland. They go all over the world. But you're going to purchase your supplies and load that truck, and it's going to go straight to those devastated areas. So it's a great way to help.
That's why we do it. That's why we partner with them every time this stuff happens. Nearly 20 years. All right, let's get our first check of traffic.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on Northley Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. Seeing a little bit of a slowdown, I-75 southbound right there at exit 20. Traffic is flowing there, but just a little bit of a delay there right there at exit 20, I-75 southbound. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid of Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Cleveland. Efficient, state-of-the-art automated curbside service. Find out more by visiting wasteconnections.com/ClevelandTN.
I just had a question from a friend of mine. Can you donate money? Absolutely. Make checks payable, Operation Compassion. And a friend of mine just said they're heading out of town tomorrow, so want to go ahead. Hey, and I'll answer the text on the air here. Hey, sir, just go to the Operation Compassion website. I spoke with Calvin Page last night. Of course, president of Operation Compassion. He's also, as you know, the pastor of Westmore. You can go to hey, Bridget, will you get that site, please? I think it's operationcompassion.org, I believe. You can go there and
right.
Is that right?
Yep, operationcompassion.org.
So there should be a donate button, isn't there, Bridget, on the homepage?
There is right there. Yep.
Okay. So, sir, and then I'll use this as a way to tell everybody, if you do not, like my friend here who's going out of town, but they still want to give, just go to operationcompassion.org. You can do that. If you want to bring a check by tomorrow, you can do that, make them out to Operation Compassion. Obviously, and they'll buy the supplies. But, so yeah. You got something there? You okay?
Yep, that's right.
All right, it's time for a Hardee's Wake Up at 7:16.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers. Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
Did you know that a large number of student athletes vape, thinking it will give them a boost in performance? But you can't play if you can't breathe. Escape the Vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature in Cleveland is brought to you by Milligan Vane.
Today's best mix and best variety, we are Mix 1041, MixTV.tv. Let's go to the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
You always save when you buy direct from the factory. Now save even more when we'll pay your sales tax on any Mermaid brand mattresses, but only at Mermaid Mattress.
For today, mainly cloudy skies, a slight chance of a rain shower, a high of 76 and a low of 60 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy again, a high of 80 and a low of 62. And then on Wednesday, partly cloudy with a high of 83. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 66 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar this morning, we do have a few spotty showers out there at this time.
This weather forecast is brought to you by PhD Pharmacy, Keith Street near Harrison Pike. Free delivery within a 50-mile radius of Cleveland. Call Gina Moser Patterson today at 423-614-6650.
Good morning and welcome back. Hope you're having a good start to your Monday. Of course, we were dealing with the impacts of Helene all of last week into the weekend, and portions of the Western Carolinas hit very hard. So fortunately, this morning things are relatively calm. We still have the remnants of Helene hanging out to our north. That'll bring us cloud cover and a few sprinkles, very similar to what we had on both Saturday and Sunday. But for Helene, here's that official track. It made landfall near Perry, Florida, and Florida's Big Bend. It moved up into portions of northeast Georgia, almost into South Carolina. And if you were on the east side of this track, that's where the highest impacts were. And look at these rainfall totals. Some areas in North Carolina picking up over 2 feet. In fact, there was an area called Busick, South North Carolina, that picked up over 30 inches of rainfall. Still some ongoing flooding here, especially in some of those rivers. A lot of rain into portions of South Carolina. And for us here locally, we picked up anywhere from about 4 to 7 inches of rain. So we still got a good amount of rain. There was some minor street flooding on Friday, but for the most part, we were relatively unscathed compared to what those impacts were into places like South Carolina and Northeast Georgia. I mean, there's still a ton of power outages, nearly a million in South Carolina and all the way down into Florida. Fortunately for us, we're looking good. And now that Helene is behind us, these areas can start those cleanup areas or cleanup efforts today. Here's a look at what we had yesterday. Again, after the cloud cover, we had a rainbow. That was definitely a nice sign after Helene. This was in Chester Frost Park, sent in by Robin Killian. So thank you so much, Robin, for sending that one in. And here's a look at what we're dealing with this morning for that Monday morning commute. Well, visibility is low at times. We have a little bit of patchy fog, some low-level moisture. Dense fog advisories in effect for Jackson and DeKalb counties until later this morning. And here's a look over downtown Chattanooga. So we are dry, but you will run into a few areas of fog. So just be mindful of that. Maybe give yourself a little extra time on that morning commute. For your temperatures, generally comfortable, mid to upper 60s across the board. 77 later in Dayton, 73 in Soddy Daisy, and we'll have low 70s into western North Carolina as well. We'll have 77 in Madisonville, 75 in Andrews, mid 70s across all of North Georgia and across Northeast Alabama as well. Bridgeport at 74. So overall, it's going to be a pretty nice day for us. And as we take a look at your futurecast, still going to be quite a bit of cloud cover, very similar to what we had yesterday. Of course, we had some steady rain yesterday afternoon. We're only going to have a few light showers, especially to the north and east Chattanooga, closer to that remnant low. By the time we get into the overnight, cloud cover breaks a little bit, some patchy fog developed for your Tuesday morning commute. And then by the time we get into your Tuesday afternoon, going to be more cloud cover with just a slim chance of a shower. But additional rainfall really not going to be all that impressive, which of course is good news because we had our fair share at the end of last week, but we could still pick up upwards of a trace to maybe a 1/10 of an inch. So if you do pick up rain today, it's going to be generally on the light side. And so far over the last month, which most of that
right on Friday.
Yes.
Happy belated mom. Also, Taylor Talley is 28 today. Birthday wish says she is the best daughter ever. Kelly Mull is having a birthday today. Sharon Shell is also celebrating. Adeline Riley is 15 today, a freshman at Bradley Central. And then our very own Sheridan and her husband Wes Gaither, they're celebrating their first wedding anniversary today.
I can't believe you made it. Wow.
Congratulations.
So you would have lost that bet, Bridget. You had them
No.
not making it.
Not at all. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank gives you more for a better banking experience with convenience in mind. Call Ken Do, 423-381-3427.
News Desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. All right, our special announcement this morning here at 7:24. Our family of stations, Mix 104.1, ESPN Cleveland 101.3, Fiesta 99.1, and MixTV.tv will host a Hurricane Helene relief broadcast tomorrow morning. We're on the air at 7, although you can come out before 7. We're partnering once again, as we have for nearly 20 years, with Operation Compassion. We will be at Life Care Centers of America's Corporate Plaza, the headquarters on Keith Street, set up, as I said, on the air at 7. And this, our Hurricane Helene relief broadcast will benefit those people in Northeast Tennessee, as you've been following the news over the weekend, and Western North Carolina. Operation Compassion is a local relief agency. The president is Kelvin Page, who's also the pastor of Westmore Church of God. They've already been to these areas this weekend. So what happens is, we've been doing this for years, you bring the items, and they take them to the front lines. That's about as simple as we can make it here. Here are the biggest needs, and I wanted to take this morning and today to talk about what we're doing tomorrow morning so you can be ready to donate. That's bottom line. We need you, folks. These people need you. All right. Water. So water. I just had a friend of mine here, and here's an example of what I was talking about earlier. Just had a friend of mine, a restaurant owner, say that he's going to talk to his vendors about water and getting a big supply of water. That's what I'm talking about. Some of you are business owners, your managers, your employees at places that you offer these things. And it would be very easy for you to either do it yourself or talk to somebody to get it done. But this is going to take all of us, not just owners and all that. It's going to take all of us. But I love, thank you, sir. I got that text. I love that example. So they need water, cleaning supplies, non-perishable food items. And I talked to several officials in Northeast Tennessee yesterday. Ramen noodles. Ramen noodles, very important. These are, someone told me, said, think survival. Think survival. Think, we've got 100,000 people in Western North Carolina that are not going to have clean water or drinking water or whatever, they're thinking for weeks. So think survival mode here. No electricity, no water. Cleaning supplies are needed. Now, there's a big list, and we're going to post that list of all of the items that have been mentioned, but those are based on what we're hearing and talking with people on the scene and Operation Compassion. Those are the biggest needs. I'm going to repeat that. Water, diapers, cleaning supplies, non-perishable food items. Now listen. Take today and stock up and get ready. I want them to have to bring more trucks than they have. Well, I'll say that. I want them to be overloaded tomorrow, starting at 7 o'clock. Northeast Tennessee, Western North Carolina. Hey, teachers, let me talk to you for a sec. Teachers, PTO, you want to get something done. You talk to teachers and PTOs. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Talk to your schools when you get to school this morning. Hey, PTO presidents out there, you get it done more than anybody else that I've ever known. I'm not going to start singling out people and types of genres of jobs or whatever, but those people, Bridget, they get it done, don't they?
Sure do, yes. We just had someone ask specifically where the truck is going to be located tomorrow, where we're going to be broadcasting from. So it's Life Care Corporate. It's on the same side of the street as Garden Plaza, just up the hill. So the specific address, I know a lot of people type addresses in their phones, is 3570 Keith Street. And so that is the exact location where we'll be tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's good. You can put that in. Also, if you're part of our Empty Stocking Fund finale every year, you know where that is. It's the same place. Now, we will be out in the parking lot. So, and you won't have to get out of your vehicle, and most of you people, good for you. Well, see, we're trying to get them to donate.
Be nice.
Now we're, no kidding. I can't think of a bigger need, and boy, I tell you, I got on the phone with some people yesterday, and it's like, hey, wherever the Lord has placed you in your life, use that. And what did he do here? Well, we're in radio and allegedly and TV. So we're going to take the platforms, we're going to put them out here, and then wherever you are. Now maybe you say, you know what, Steve, I'm in whatever. I'm not in any type of management position or what. I'm not. Let me tell you something. Get out to your local store. Get out to wherever you, and just stock up. They will be out there. We'll be out there before 7. Now, we're going to say we're on the air at 7, but tomorrow morning. Now, listen, if you can't come tomorrow, I had a text about this about 30 minutes ago. If you can't come out tomorrow and you really, and this is, you don't have time or maybe your schedule doesn't meet the whole getting supplies thing, go to OperationCompassion.org. You can click donate and they'll buy it. Why have we teamed up with Operation Compassion over the years? Nearly 20 years. Yeah, Austin's got the Operation Compassion website on mixedtv.tv right now. For nearly 20 years we've been doing this. We really go back to Hurricane Katrina. At that time, People for Care and Learning and Fred Garman was involved there in Operation Compassion. That's where we got started, really, was Katrina in 05. But when these things happen, that's our first call. And now Kelvin Page, the president of of Operation Compassion. Again, Life Care headquarters beginning at 7 tomorrow. You can come out earlier. If you can't come out, go to operationcompassion.org. Let's show our love for these dear people. We've got 100,000 people who don't have clean water in western North Carolina, just over the Tennessee line, really. 300 roads are closed. These people, 100,000, that's about the size of Bradley County. And they're talking weeks. So I'll repeat the list. Sheridan Mosley, Gaither, I guess she's still married.
A year ago today.
A year ago today. I was there during college football season at her wedding. Said, boy, that's a bad start. But anyway. No, she's getting a post ready to go. You can see it. We'll get it. Hey, Fruitless, get it on the website too, and all of our social mediums and everything. The full list. We got a big list. I'll send that to you, actually. A friend of mine sent that to me from over there. I've been in contact with people in Northeast Tennessee and Western North Carolina most of the weekend. Bridget?
All right. So again, that address where we're going to be set up tomorrow is 3570 Keith Street. That's Life Care Centers of America's corporate headquarters. It's going to be on the same side of the road as Garden Plaza, just up the hill. So we hope to see you out there tomorrow morning.
I'm beginning to hear from a lot of business owners, myself here on my phone, and people are. It's great because it's where they are. Well, and one of my friends here says, well, I'll talk to my vendors and see what we can do. And exactly, that's how this works. That's wherever you are, you have a sphere of people that you're involved with that we can make something happen here. I believe it. So we'll be out there in less than 24 hours at Life Care headquarters.
We did have another question come in here. We're going to be on air till 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Is that right? Do you know how long the truck will be there?
Yeah, now the truck can stay out there. I talked to Tony Clanton yesterday. The Operation Compassion truck can be. Now, let me tell you that their truck can be out there. I think he said till maybe 10 o'clock. But they have a new warehouse out on Michigan Avenue Road. It's 45,000 square feet, and so we can put you in touch with them directly. Yeah, if you can't come by 9 o'clock, or I think we're going to be out probably at 9:30, but you can go to the warehouse out there. You can set that up. Yeah. Good question. All right, so we're doing this. We go on there at 7 in the morning. All right, we need you. We need you, folks. We need you, but these people need you. You got anything? Hey, Bridget, I do want to mention something here. Bridget wasn't with us the past couple of days. Her father-in-law passed away, David Forrester. And Bridget, I'm so sorry to you and Brandon and your family, and of course Linda, your mother-in-law. It's a big loss, and I know it was unexpected.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, last Thursday morning, he passed away pretty unexpectedly. So, I appreciate the prayers for my husband Brandon, my mother-in-law Linda, as you mentioned, and I know they appreciate that very much. Yeah,
so that's where Bridget was, and we're very, very sorry to hear that. Of course, Owen and Olivia and all of the family there. All right, it is 7:34.
This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
All right, let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland on-time traffic report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We are still seeing a slowdown I-75 at southbound between exit 20 and White Oak Mountain, so be aware of that if you're headed toward Chattanooga this morning. Again, I-75 southbound between exit 20 and White Oak Mountain, a slowdown there. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by Southland Finance. Just as seasons change, exciting changes are happening at Southland Finance. They're still here to offer the same services they always have and so much more. You can stop by their Cleveland office at 950 25th Street in front of Ace Hardware. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, home of the $295 paint.
At Basement and Crawl Space Solutions, we're excited to announce our partnership with USS. Together, we bring additional resources and over 30 years experience.
We can tackle bigger challenges and deliver even better results to protect Chattanooga homes now more than ever.
Call USS.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight.com. Bank account's too low? Check into cash. So where do you go.com? Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom.
Across from Candies Creek Cherokee Elementary School.
Hey, Bridget, someone just called us from Operation Compassion. What did they say?
Yeah, so they're encouraging us, if you're going to donate canned food, donate food with Pop-Tops, because, again, these people do not have electricity. And then so they suggested things like tuna and chicken packs. Also, cereal is great as well. And just keep in mind, these people do not have access to electricity at this moment. So think of that when you're donating those non-perishable food items.
Yeah, that's very, very important. We are live at Life Care's Corporate Plaza tomorrow morning. We go on the air at 7. We'll be there before then, so if you need to come by before 7, with Operation Compassion. Today's best mix and best variety, we are Mix 104.1 inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center at 7:38.
Thank you to all the families that have and continue to purchase all your mattress needs from locally owned Mermaid Mattress. Keeping your dollars local is important, and so is buying from a family, not a firm.
All right, for today, we do have some fog in the area this morning, so be aware of that. Cloudy skies and a slight chance of a rain shower today, a high of 76 and a low of 61 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 80 and a low of 61. And then partly cloudy on Wednesday with a high of 82. Your current Milligan vein temperature is 66 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar this morning, we do have a few spotty showers in our listening area.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Aubrey's of Cleveland. Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious food in East Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
All right, it's the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial, Hello Human Kindness. The sports report sponsored in part by the Town Squire. Wondering if the Town Squire is your one-stop shop for menswear? The answer is yes. They've been outfitting men from head to toe for decades, offering everything from sharp business attire to laid-back casual looks. If you're updating your wardrobe for fall, now's the time to stop in the Town Squire and explore their selection of suits, sport coats, casual slacks, and more. Discover style, comfort, and great service all in one place. The Town Squire, Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland, Tennessee. 20 before 8. Well, the Atlanta Braves lost to the Kansas City Royals on Sundays. Here's what's happening. Braves and Mets in a doubleheader, and the Braves have to win one of the two games to get in the playoffs. That's the bottom line here. So the Braves must win one game of the doubleheader, which first pitch at 1:10 this afternoon on ESPN Cleveland 101.3, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Braves got to win one to get in the playoffs. If they win one of the games, the doubleheader, and they will play in San Diego tomorrow night in the National League Wild Card Series as a fifth seed in the 6-team NL playoffs. Again, Braves-Mets doubleheader. The season was over officially yesterday. These are makeup games from last Wednesday and Thursday night, the impact of Hurricane Helene in Atlanta. So they'll play at 1:10 today. Second game 40 minutes later. live coverage of the Braves Network on ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM. Falcons are horrible. They have no offense. But they won. They beat the Saints yesterday in a miserable game, 26-24. They scored a defensive touchdown and a special teams touchdown. Offense is terrible. Kirk Cousins, 155 years old. Ugh, they're horrible. I hate the Falcons, but they won. Titans at the Dolphins tonight on Monday Night Football, 7:30 kickoff here on Mix 104.1, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. And the Seahawks at the Lions at 8:15 tonight on ABC. And the Associated Press college football poll out this morning. My goodness, what a game. Alabama came back, beat Georgia. Alabama, the number one team in the nation. Texas 2, Ohio State 3, Tennessee 4, Georgia down to 5. All right, so Tennessee at Arkansas, that game time, the kickoff now announced for 7:30 Saturday night. Tennessee at Arkansas, 7:30 Saturday night here on Mix 104.1, presented by TVFCU.
At Wholesale Supply, we're more than just a plumbing, electrical, and HVAC supply.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today, because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
Maybe it began with a little girl following a kaleidoscope of butterflies to a place beyond her dreams. But then it became a real kaleidoscope that you can walk and fly through, where we don't just welcome you, we celebrate you. As the colors swirl and spin, there's definitely beauty in this place, but it's also in those around you, and the memories will live in our hearts forever.
Dollywood, love every moment.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
1,120. Back to you guys in the studio.
Bobby Ludwig, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and how can people reach you, Bobby?
Give us a call for all your investment, retirement, and life insurance needs, 473-2215. Again, that's 473-2215, or stop by and see me at 2060 North Ocoee, right by the old Liner gas station.
Hey, Bobby, I got a challenge for you.
All right, what's that?
Well, you know, all that's happened, the terrible devastation from Hurricane Helene and northeast Tennessee, western North Carolina specifically, in our part of the country. Why don't you, so we're having a big relief broadcast tomorrow morning at Life Care. We'll be at the Life Care Professional Development Center, which is the corporate plaza on Key Street, tomorrow. Why don't you call all your Edward Jones buddies and challenge them to bring a bunch of water and non-perishable food items and what else? Diapers, and they need a bunch of stuff. Hang on a second.
You just need a bunch, just about everything.
Those are the main. Well, those are the main needs. Hang on a second.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend of mine. They got a text from someone in Asheville. I'm going to give you a big list here. You ready?
Sure, go for it.
All right. So the biggest need is bottled water, but here's what else they need: tarps, rope, duct tape, zip ties, batteries. Good morning to my neighbors at Duracell, by the way. Flashlights, candles, lighters, matches, bleach, propane, shovels. So they said think cleanup and survival until water and electricity are available again.
Yeah, they just got devastated. They need just about anything you can accumulate for them.
Yeah. So anyway, hey, call your Edward Jones buddies. Challenge them all.
I will.
All right. Thanks, Bobby. I gotta go. God bless you. Thank you, man. Bobby always responds when we have stuff like this. So, yeah, if you're just joining us, we will be partnering with Operation Compassion, as really we have for nearly 20 years. Tomorrow morning, we go on there at 7. Now, a couple things here. We'll be at Life Care, and when Bridget comes back in the studio here, she'll give you the exact address. You can plug it in. But it's Life Care over here on Key Street at the Corporate Plaza, not up on the hill at the actual Life Care of Cleveland, but down at the Corporate Plaza. If you come to the Empty Stocking Fund finale, that's where we're going to be. So we'll be down there, and we'll be there, going there at 7. Now, we'll have Operation Compassion. We'll have the trucks out there before 7. And then we had a question here, if you can't make it by the time we go off, it'll probably go off about 9:30, something like that. If you can't make it before then, you can, we'll get you in touch with Operation Compassion. They have a new warehouse. I was talking with Pastor Kelvin Page, who's the president, thank you, of Operation Compassion. He's, of course, also pastor of Westmore. I was talking to him last night, and they have a new warehouse, 45,000 square feet. They'll probably, if you've got donations after this tomorrow morning, our broadcast, you can go straight out there on Michigan Avenue. And look, this is just the beginning. This is the beginning of the beginning, but we wanted to give everyone a chance to do something. We began to get questions over the weekend about it. What can people do? So we said, you know what? We're going to do what we've always done. We're going to take all of our stations together. We'll be broadcasting on all of them and be at Life Care in the morning starting at 7 with Operation Compassion. I had a friend of mine text me, said, you know what? I won't be in town tomorrow, Steve. What can I do? Is it OperationCompassion.org? What is it?
OperationCompassion.org. There's a donate button right there on the homepage when you click on there.
We're live at starting at 7 on the air. We'll be out there before that at Life Care Centers of America's corporate headquarters. We'll be out in the parking lot. You don't have to get out of your vehicle, which is good for most of this audience. But we'll say, well, why? Why? I'm asking you to give, and then
yes, I know.
Assaulting you very much. It was terrible. Anyway, no kidding. So, So here, if you want to know the biggest needs, and I know Sheridan's working on something for our social media and our website to give you all of the needs that we know about. Bottled water, diapers, cleaning supplies. Those were the top 3 when I talked to Tony Clanton last night and Kelvin Page. I think Kelvin's on the way here. Is he here yet?
He is not here yet.
He's not here yet. Also, Dr. Perry Stone next hour. So, and he's got a big, lots of his parishioners in Western North Carolina. Live on the air at 7. Get ready. Now, wherever you're going, teachers, come on. I said earlier, PTO presidents, you want to get something done. Show me a PTO. Show me some teachers. Hey, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, whatever you're involved in, get out there and stock up today. And if you do it as a group, I was just talking to Bobby there, do it as a group. And I mean, I want them. They've already, by the way, Operation Compassion's already been to Northeast Tennessee. They've been to Nashville this weekend. They're going to go back. They've been to Florida. They were in Perry, Florida, Tony told me on Saturday. So you bring the supplies tomorrow. We're going to give it to Operation Compassion, and they're going to the front lines. Somebody told me Tim Hill, I guess past general overseer of the Church of God, he drove a truck up for Operation Compassion to, I think, where, Lenore City, somewhere in that area, not Lenore City, somewhere in that area, up in Northeast Tennessee. All right, so tomorrow morning, folks, get ready. And you know what? We're going to have fun. It's fun to give. It sure is. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
I just woke up from a dream.
Hi, my name is Everest, and I'm from Walker Valley High School. Vaping nicotine has become a serious issue in our schools. Over 40% of high school students have reported that they have used a vape, and the number is only rising. It's time to escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
Are you a busy family? Direct Primary Care Associates has helped the Rogers family and how they do medicine. Direct Primary Care Associates has been a great support to our family. It's taken the doctor's office experience from a nightmare to a dream. I'm able to come in with all 3 of my kids. I'm seen in a timely manner by really professional, wonderful people.
Yeah, Direct Primary Care has been great for us, whether it's a bump or a bruise or a gash on the arm, or whether it's a fever at night or a stomach ache. We're able to either text our doctors through the app and ask questions, or we're able to get an appointment relatively pretty quick and be able to be seen that same day or next day usually. And it's changed the way that we view medicine.
If you'd like to learn more about Direct Primary Care Associates, visit our website at directpca.com or call 423-650-4831.
Well, we like to think what makes Andrew Johnson make different is the way we work with our community and our customers. We also have a great staff with a lot of experience that we feel like can help you whatever your need is for banking. I love the community of it. Like I said, I was born and raised here. I've seen it grow, and I love our growth pattern. It's just a great place to live with friendly people that just make you feel at home.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything bright. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
Is the best daughter ever. Kelly Mull is having a birthday today, along with Sharon Shell. Adeline Riley is 15 today, a freshman at Bradley Central. Our very own Sheridan and her husband Wes Gaither, they're celebrating their first wedding anniversary today. And then Maisie Hazelton is 6 years old today. That is from her Mimi and Pappy. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritapest Mix line 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true. Call Jamie Kyle, 423-381-3429.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. Of course, most of our news this morning focused on the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, especially as it pertains to Northeast Tennessee and Western North Carolina. And we have made the announcement this morning that
all of our stations, Mix 104.1, ESPN Cleveland 101.3, Fiesta 99.1, and MixTV.tv will hold a relief broadcast, partnering as we have for nearly 20 years with Operation Compassion. Tomorrow morning, we'll be on the air at 7. We will be out there, though, getting ready before that at Life Care Centers of America's corporate headquarters on Keith Street here in Cleveland. Those of you who come to our Empty Stocking Fund finale, that is exactly where we'll be. We will be outside, though. Bridget, you've got that exact address. Is that right?
That's right. The address is 3570 Keith Street. It's going to be on the same side of the road as Garden Plaza, just up the hill there.
All right, so stand by. I'm going to talk with Pastor Calvin Page in about 10 seconds.
This news update is brought to you by Jim Rush Funeral and Cremation Services, serving families for more than 45 years. 2 locations, Wildwood and North Ocoee. JimRushFuneralHomes.com.
Our friend, Pastor Calvin Page, who's not only the pastor of Westmore, but he's the president of Operation Compassion. Good morning, Pastor.
Good morning, Steve. Good
Just
to be
bring
with
us
you.
up. Good to be with you. Just bring us up today on the latest.
Well, I think as most people know, this is a historical storm that is not being melodramatic in the least. Right up into late last night, Sunday night, this morning, communication and text continue, calls. There's just a great need for help. Obviously here in eastern Tennessee, near Newport, we agreed yesterday, Representative Dan Howell, who's really been on top of this, has pressed me, and he said, Pastor, is there any way we can get one of those water systems in up there to produce, we've got 2, one that produces 25,000 gallons of clean water, another that produces 100,000 gallons of clean water. And he said they're needing water. And so as of this morning, my understanding is we're going to put one early this week on one of the churches there that's been so kind, and people will be able to come to the parking lot and fill their water containers with fresh, clean water. That really, as this thing develops, that really seems to be a real issue. We continue to pump water and disaster relief products into towns, and little cities have really been hit by this, along rivers and so forth, all the way down to Florida. And so the great cry right now is for water and food, and of course any supplies. We're pushing supplies as much as we can, as fast as we can. Several local companies have been very helpful and said, "Hey, we've got trucks, or we have a few supplies we would like to put into this." And I hate to mention them all right now. We will get that out because we need their help, but I hate to miss somebody. So the supply issue is not the problem. It's getting in. Box trucks have become a premium, so there's some local companies willing to step up and help us. So that's where we're at. We're just trying to take this a day at a time. We've got people working. They finally took a break yesterday afternoon. I've got people out in Georgia, people in North Carolina, people up in Newport. We've had field directors, church leaders. We're willing to just jump into a truck and drive a truck.
Yeah, you told me Tim Hill drove a truck up there over the weekend.
Yeah, and he came out to the warehouse to say, what do we have for Newport? He said, I'm getting calls left and right. I said, come on out to the warehouse. And there would happen to be one truck that didn't have a driver. All the other trucks were moving. And I said, we have a truck here, but we've got to find a driver. He said, I'll drive it. So that kind of collaboration, that kind of networking, that kind of helping one another out is huge, Steve. And this community is known for that.
Yeah, they are. We're joined by Pastor Calvin Page of Westmore, but also the president of Operation Compassion. And, we began to get, I was getting calls and texts beginning really on Saturday. And we set this up. Again, big thank you to Life Care. They're going to host us. Todd Fletcher, the president there, who's done so much evil in his life that he's trying to do something.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, whatever.
Maybe through this we can get him saved.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yes, that's what we need. No, he's one of my dearest friends. And so, but Todd and the staff at Life Care and welcoming us tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, Pastor, this is an opportunity for people to
Yes, and I wanted to get to that. I wanted to say thank you. You have done these kind of things in cooperation with Operation Compassion in the past, and it's been huge. If people can bring supplies, things that they can think of that they would need if they were outside their house or couldn't get back in their home, or their home had been flooded out. Simple things like bleach right now is a commodity. Things to sterilize, issues, things that children would need. anything that we can push out to make the world of those suffering right now a better place.
Pastor Calvin Page joins me. We've been getting text here as we've announced our broadcast tomorrow morning. People are calling and texting. One thing they're asking is, and I've had a couple of quite major companies who are talking to their higher-ups, that sort of thing. So I know you're talking about the warehouse that you now have on Michigan Avenue, so it may be to where someone could contact Operation Compassion directly?
Yes.
Maybe?
Yes, that would be...
If tomorrow morning they maybe have too heavy a load or something.
That would be fine. They could directly contact there. And all the crazy things right now, if I can appeal to the community, we need prayer. We're right now in the transition of moving to another warehouse, a much larger warehouse out by the Cleveland Airport. So we've got product in both places, but I don't have the staff over at the new warehouse yet to accommodate anybody in there. Is just moving new product in. We're trying to get, but we got loads staged in the old warehouse. So our warehouse management team can get those loads in, stage them quickly. And right now there's a lot of cooperation. Chattanooga, there's a trucking company down there. I think one of our big challenges is box trucks are so much easier to move when we get down into these storm areas and flood areas. But they're becoming harder to get, and so we're having to probably, most likely, move to the 53-footers this week, and that changes the whole game. The expense, it gets very expensive. Fuel and drivers, it just changes the whole game. Plus, you have to park a long ways out, and they have to come and get the product. Where a box truck, you can maneuver in much easier. So, just some prayers would go a long ways. Maybe, perhaps, if somebody wants to share a little bit of funds to help, because we have to move trucks. Getting the product is not the problem. Getting the trucks moved is the challenge. So we're staying at it.
And that's another point. We're joined by I know we've just crossed 8 o'clock hour, so some new people are joining us here. Pastor Calvin Page, of course, as you know him, the pastor of Westmore, but he's also the president of Operation Compassion. I had a friend of mine also text me this morning saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to be out of town tomorrow. Can I make a donation?" Yes, you can. Yeah. And we gave him the website, is that right?
Yes, just go to the website. That's the absolute simplest.
What is that, Calvin?
OperationCompassion.org. OperationCompassion.org. That would be the easiest way to get things there quickly. And we're moving as fast as we can. Big thanks to the community. It takes everybody pulling together, networking. Yeah.
Yes, it does. If you're watching us on mixtv.tv right now, you're seeing that website. Again, if you want to make a financial donation, best thing to do, OperationCompassion.org. I tell you what, I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to have you pray for us and pray for these dear people that are suffering. But I do want to go back to the top here. We're going to, if you're just joining us, we're going to be broadcasting live tomorrow morning, our Hurricane Helene relief broadcast from the Life Care Centers of America's Corporate Plaza on Keith Street. Here in Cleveland, and we'll go on the air at 7. We will be there before then, but we'll go on at 7. We'll be there till a little after 9, maybe 9:30, and so the biggest needs, water, as the pastor said. Also, I'm hearing diapers. I'm hearing cleaning supplies.
Yes.
What else?
Cleaning supplies, diapers, dried food. I'm getting just heartbreaking. I got some text last night. Somebody there in Western North Carolina somehow got my number and said, "Pastor, there's people here that haven't eaten in a few days since the flood hit, and do you have any food?" And so dried food, because it's challenging to get refrigerated trucking and those kind of things right now. Dried food, any kind of dried food, bars, anybody that could bring that by and put it in a bag and lay that in the truck would be a huge issue as well. Food's beginning to be an issue. It's been water and just supplies, survival supplies, but now we're starting to hear the cry for dried food.
All right, Pastor, if you will, as our morning blessing here this morning, if you would just say a prayer over these dear people and anything that the Lord lays in your heart.
Yes. Father, we pause on a Monday morning, and for many, this is the first day of the week. We know Sunday's the first day, but Monday's the first day of work, and we're needing you to intervene. There's certain things that we don't have the capacity to do, but you're a big God, and today we want to pray a big prayer with big faith, believing that you're going to respond to your people that are hurting. And Lord, when we pray, deliver us, we know that sometimes you use us to help deliver others. And I pray that you would work in our hearts and in our lives, for we know that care is a good thing. But when it transitions into compassion that only comes from the heart, compassion that you instill in the hearts of your people, put that into all of our hearts, that we might do something. For when everybody does a little bit, it ends up a big bit. We're just needing your help, your assistance, your movement. Guide us, lead us, guide us in our conversations, show us where to go, show us how we can be most effective. In Jesus' name, amen.
Pastor Calvin Page, Pastor, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
I know you're very busy. OperationCompassion.org is the website. And again, tomorrow morning, live from Life Care Centers America's corporate headquarters on Key Street. Let's get a check of the streets. We are going to go to the hour here in just a moment, Bridget.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland on-time traffic report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway and anytime at donledford.com. Still seeing a bit of a slowdown I-75 southbound between exit 20 and White Oak Mountain, so be aware of that this morning. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-a-Pest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
This traffic report is brought to you by L&B Appliance, your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated, Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland. 423-339-3231.
Tennessee Valley weather.
And traffic and weather together inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
Mermaid Mattress, we're revolutionizing the way you shop. We offer actual stores you can visit to try your new mattress before you buy it. Mermaid Mattress, we're just around the corner.
Of cloudy skies this morning, then we could see a few rain showers later in the day, a high of 76 and a low of 61 this evening. For tomorrow, mainly cloudy, a high of 80 and a low of 61. Partly cloudy on Wednesday with a high of 82. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 66 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar this morning, we do see a few spotty showers in the McMinn County and Polk County areas. This weather forecast is brought to you by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Ken Beard, Dr. Brian Beard, and Dr. Baylor Terrell. Call them at 423-476-6541 or visit them online at centerforcosmeticdentistry.com.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios. This is your home for the best mix, the best variety, and all the important information you need. Download the Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com. The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making the top of your house the best it can be. Visit bestbuymetalroofing.com.
The best mix, the best variety. WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News. Ms. Foster, hundreds of people are stranded by flooding in western North Carolina. Nearly 100 deaths are blamed on Hurricane Helene and what was left of the storm as it moved through.
After catastrophic flooding over Florida, the Southeast, and the Appalachians, there is still rain in the forecast for some of these areas this week. The remnants of what was Helene still stalled over parts of the Tennessee and Ohio Valley. It won't take much to cause additional flash flooding, mudslides, and rock slides.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean, the new leader of Hezbollah, says it's ready for any Israeli ground offensive in Lebanon.
Naim Qassem is now acting leader of Iran-backed Hezbollah. Its long-term figurehead, Hassan Nasrallah, one of 7 senior figures killed by the Israeli military in the last 10 days. That followed the booby traps that turned the group's communication devices into bombs.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at loganthompsonlaw.com.
Right, good morning, Mix 1041. We're on mixtv.tv, the Logan Thompson Law News Desk. And our top story this morning, as everyone is talking about, is the aftermath of the Hurricane Helene, and its effects specifically on western North Carolina as well as northeast Tennessee. So we made the announcement this morning that our family of stations, Mix 1041, ESPN Cleveland 1013, Fiesta 99.1,
and mixtv.tv. We'll be hosting a Hurricane Helene relief broadcast tomorrow morning, beginning at 7 o'clock, and we will be at Life Care Centers of America's Corporate Plaza on Keith Street. Bridget, go ahead. Can you give me that exact address, please?
Yes, it's 3570 Keith Street.
You know, you'd think I'd write that down. Can you have me a pen, please?
Sure.
I don't have anything.
There
Mike
you
Lee
go.
still's on my pen. 3570?
Keith Street, yes.
So put that in. All right, so here's the deal. So here's what we need. So we're teaming up with Operation Compassion as we have for nearly 20 years when these things happen. If you're just joining us, we were just joined by Pastor Calvin Page, who's the pastor of Westmore Church of God. He's also the president of Operation Compassion. So tomorrow they will have a truck, and I will tell you, and I told Calvin off the air, by the amount of phone calls and text messages we're getting this morning, you are doing what you always do. When there is a need, Cleveland and Bradley County responds. And I believe they're going to need more than one truck tomorrow. But anyway, that's a side note. Here's what we need you to do tomorrow. Now, hey, folks, because I say that, please don't mean that. Don't think that's that everything's covered. This is the beginning of the beginning, okay? But it's a chance for all of us to do something. The biggest needs are water. You've probably heard that if you followed the coverage of this over the weekend. Bottled water, cleaning supplies, diapers. Bridget, would we say non-perishable food items? How do you... I know we had a note on that.
Yeah, so the best thing if you're planning on canned food, make sure it has a pop top because there's no electricity there. They suggested tuna and chicken packs. Also, cereal is a great idea. Peanut butter, protein, granola bars, things like that.
Yeah, Calvin talked about the bars, that sort of thing. So things of that nature. There is a bigger list. Someone from the Asheville area sent me last night some really good ideas of what is needed. And so we're talking to a bunch of people heading to work this morning. Here's what we are asking you to do. We've got 100,000 people in western North Carolina, according to a report out this morning, that will not have clean drinking water, clean water, period, for weeks. 300 roads are closed. 100,000 people, that's about the size of Bradley County. So imagine if this was us, okay? So someone told me, I got a text last night, said, okay, Steve, think survival mode, no electricity, no water. That's what they need, okay? Here's what I'd like this audience to think right now. Okay, where am I going? How can I help? Am I going to work? Am I going to school? Let me tell you something. There are boys and girls listening to my voice right now. I don't care what your age is. Let me tell you something. You can do something. You get to class this morning, and you talk to your friends, and you talk to your teachers, and teachers talk to your principals. And I will say we've been in touch with both school systems. Last night, I spoke with both directors last night. This is our opportunity to do something. This is our chance. You've never failed. Beecher Hunter, good morning. I remember I called Beecher, maybe 2017 or 18, on a Thursday afternoon, one of these hurricanes, and I wish I could remember which one it was. I tell you, it was the time that LeBron Lackey had built that house that stood on the beach. Remember that? Mm-hmm. The one house that stood, and it was the guy from LeBron, yeah. Dr. LeBron Lackey from Cleveland. Mm-hmm. It was that one. I think it was 16 or 17. Mm. I called Beecher Hunter, then the president of Life Care. Of course, the Life Care employees say those were the good old days. By the way, Todd Fletcher, the current president, is, verbally assaulting me on my text message.
Good.
He's just saying, stop it. Anyway, now I called Beecher Thursday afternoon. Friday morning, we had a line to the road. We went Friday morning live from Life Care. We had a line. That's this community. Let me tell you, I believe the same thing's going to happen tomorrow morning. I really, really do. We go on there at 7. You have today to get ready. And here's why Operation Compassion. We give to them because, and nearly 20 years now, because they take the items, whatever you give, and they go to the front lines. They've already been there. Pastor Page told us this morning,
They've already been there. They've been in Florida. I talked to Tony Clanton last night from Operation Compassion. They've been in Florida this weekend, Western North Carolina, Northeast Tennessee. They've already been there. They're going back. And they'll take what we give tomorrow, and they're taking it to the people that need it the most. I love that. And we know these people. I have for 20 years. So the other thing, Bridget, someone texted me earlier, said, hey, I'm out of town tomorrow. What can I do? This is for everybody. If you look, I understand you don't have time to come by tomorrow. Your schedule doesn't work out, whatever. Go to operationcompassion.org, and you can make a financial donation. operationcompassion.org and make a financial donation. So tomorrow morning, on air at 7. Hey, Fruit Loops, you're going to be there tomorrow, or are you skipping out on this thing?
I'll be there. We'll be there around 6 o'clock. We'll start setting up.
Do you have a heart? I don't know if you do.
Time.
What?
Do it.
Do you have a heart? I don't think you do. I think they looked and couldn't find one.
Well, it grew three times the size last year.
So. Well, Dr. Perry Stone's here. I'm going to have him lay hands on you and grow a heart on you. How about that? Yeah, apparently he's busy. So anyway. All right, tomorrow morning, our family of stations, Bridget. Am I missing anything, Bridget? What do we need to know here?
I don't think so. Make plans to come see us. The address is 3570 Keith Street. It's Life Care Centers of America's corporate headquarters. We're going to go on air at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Get your friends, get your family, get your coworkers involved. All of you, everybody listening right now, watching us right now, you've got a sphere of people that can do something. You can go buy a case of water. You know what I pray to the Lord happens today? I pray to the Lord that these stores are sold out of water today. I hope that every bit of bottled water in Cleveland, Tennessee is gone today. I mean that. Because I hope it's donated to these dear people. There are people, folks, desperate circumstances would be good to call it desperate. They're beyond desperate. Anyway, so here's your chance. Here's our chance. It's not just you, it's us, all of us. Do what you can do. Okay, and if you can't be with us in the morning, that's fine. Go to operationcompassion.org. All right, there we go. Biggest needs, again, one more time. Bottled water, cleaning supplies, diapers, and I know people are just joining us, 18 after the hour. Bridget, what kind of food do we need to remember from Operation Compassion told us?
So if it's canned food, be sure it has a pop top on it, canned tuna, chicken, also cereal, peanut butter, granola bars, protein bars, those non-perishable food items. Of course, these people do not have access to electricity, so just keep that in mind as you purchase items.
Yeah, Matt Moore, I just touched my phone, saw I'm getting a bunch of text here. Matt Moore is the executive director of FCA of the Ocoee region. He said you can count on the FCA. That's what I'm talking about. Wherever you are, you know people. You can, Pastor Page said earlier, a little bit. We all do a little bit, and we put it all together. Turns into a big deal. And of course, this is the beginning of the beginning. But let's do it. We'll be again, join us tomorrow morning. Bring your items you're donating to Life Care Centers of America's corporate headquarters. We go on at 7. Austin said we'll be out there setting up at 6. We'll have the trucks there from Operation Compassion. And just bring it. Just bring it, baby. Just win, baby. Let's do it. Come on, Cleveland and Bradley County. Here's your chance. Let's do it.
Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance, 2334 Keith Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland on-time traffic report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by the Cleveland Family YMCA. Today is the final chance to join and pay no joining fee at the Cleveland Family YMCA. Find out more at ymcachattanooga.org/Cleveland. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Our legal system is complex, and your case may impact several areas of the law. Don't just hire a lawyer who focuses on one thing.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Thank you, Cleveland and Bradley County, for supporting Bender Realty for the last 55 years. More than ever, we are ready and prepared to help our community be home. The real estate market is changing and evolving, and the Bender Realty family is ready to help navigate today's market by providing professional, knowledgeable, and resourceful advisors to help your dream of calling someplace home. For all things real estate, be home with Bender Realty, 425 25th Street, 423-472-2173, bender-realty.com.
Time to pay the dad tax.
Dad, go get your own.
Dad tax is a sacred institution.
Not here, it isn't.
It is too. Right now, we'll pay your sales tax on any Mermaid brand mattress.
And we'll give you free local delivery on qualifying products.
Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's favorite mattress store.
Your sleep, handmade, hand delivered.
What if the stars could reach for us? Right now at Anarchista, they can. The story continues at Astralumina. 2 new chapters are awaiting curious minds. Journey through the dreams of stars as they rest in the Smoky Mountains. Astralumina at Anarchista. There's magic in the mountains.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature in Cleveland is brought to you by Milligan Vane.
Best mix and best variety. We are Mix 1041 inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
You always save when you buy direct from the factory. Now save even more when we'll pay your sales tax on any Mermaid brand mattresses, but only at Mermaid Mattress.
All right, for today, we'll have cloudy skies, a slight chance of a rain shower, a high of 76 and a low of 61 this evening. For tomorrow, mainly cloudy again, a high of 80 and a low of 62. And then on Wednesday, partly cloudy with a high of 82. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 66 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar this morning, still seeing some spotty showers in the Polk County and McMinn County areas. This weather forecast is brought to you by Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix, family-owned business serving Cleveland for over 40 years. Call them at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
Our friend, Dr. Perry Stone, joins us. Good morning. How are you?
Doing really well, except my voice is raspy. The weather,
yeah,
you know. But we're doing good, though. I got to tell you a funny story.
Yeah, go ahead.
My wife and I were scheduled to go to the Alabama-Georgia football game. We have partners that have a booth there.
Oh, wow.
Had it for years. And so I did a wedding for one of my daughter's best friends, and it was in we would have got in at 1 in the morning. We found out Trump was coming, and the hotel we stay in is where the team stays. And the guy said, I don't even know we're going to run the shuttle. Well, my wife has a bad knee. She said, Perry, I just can't walk to the stadium. So we called the people. How y'all doing? They said, great. Trump is right beside us.
Oh, wow.
He was in the booth right next door.
Wow.
And I said, what's wrong with me? I know I missed the game, okay, and I know people that know him. They could have they have his phone number, and we probably could have met him. But anyway, we stayed home for that. But I had to tell you that because that was just like, that's just my luck. You know? That's how it goes. But anyway,
what a game it was! You're a Crimson Tide.
I was shocked.
Your Crimson Tide game.
No, I was shocked, and I never saw the coach get mad. They say he's very calm. But they had a penalty that was very obvious, and I have never. I thought, well, Spirit of Saban just came on, you know. So he's in the right place.
How do you think Nick Saban's doing on ESPN? Have you seen any of his?
He's doing really well, but I think it drives him crazy not coaching. I think there's a part of him that's still that he has an office there. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's still he doesn't coach, but he's out of the way. But I watched him up there. I mean, they were slaying him, and he was like, Pam, he's not happy. He wants to be down there,
Barry, to get a little serious for a second here, the devastation. You've got so many friends and partners in these areas.
Tens of thousands. The reason I'm here is to announce, as people probably know if they watch our program or our YouTube channels, that tomorrow night we begin our Awaken America. We've never had a meeting like this before, not with this group. Now, this is who's coming. Joseph Z., who's an influencer on YouTube, Mario Morello, who everybody knows Mario just about, Lance Wallnow, Jensen Franklin, myself. Then tomorrow night, Southbound, Great Southern Gospel Group is there. Lyndall Cooley is opening up the praise and worship. And I have a message that the Lord gave me on the Babylonian cipher, how we are following the 6 patterns of ancient Babylon. And so that's going to be tomorrow night. But I do want to let people know that you have Tuesday night, 2 services Wednesday, 2 Thursday. But on Friday, we will have 2 services plus at 2:30 Friday. And this is important if there's veterans watching. We have a 1-hour, 2:30 afternoon service to honor veterans. We've never done this before. We have a gift we're going to give all the veterans. And LaVoy Jones, who's one of the most decorated veterans in Tennessee, still living. He'll be there with us. So it's a 1-hour special service. Going to have some videos. It's going to be a good time for just guys to get together from all branches of military, ladies, etc. Of course, there's not that many female veterans because women didn't serve back in to become a veteran. They are now. Sure. But we just welcome everyone to join us. Our registration is technically full, but because we are having, obviously, cancellations. We have people from the North Carolina, the I-40's out, and they're just trying to figure out how to get here because they normally would come through the Smokies, but the Smokies got flooded. There's 1 or 2 bridges out, and we had some people who've never missed who said, we may have to fly to Knoxville or Chattanooga if we can get a flight. And so because of that, there may be some registrations open. So Voice of Evangelism, voe.org, they can go on there and check and see if we have availability or they can go on a waiting list. But this will be, in my opinion, because of the speakers we're having, one of the most significant, because, as we know, and I want to say this because most people know that these guys, if you watch them, who they support politically. But this is not a rally. We did have a possibility of someone very important coming, but their schedule did not work out to the meeting. But this is not. I want people to know that this is about America spiritually is in a horrible mess because our problems are presented in the media as political problems between 2 opposing parties, but America's problems are in-depth spiritual problems, and unless we get that corrected and straightened out, the other's not even going to matter, because you're going to go. You hear people using an expression that I heard even as a kid growing up: people going to hell in a handbasket, which is just a metaphor for it's just a mess. But the mess can't be straightened out just by political, because whoever gets in, 50% aren't going to want them. That's just the bottom line. If Harris gets in, 50% don't want her. If Trump gets in, there's 50% that don't want him. So it's a divided nation. And a verse that keeps coming to me is a house divided against itself cannot stand. So we're weakening ourselves because we are a divided nation. But I hear people say, we're going to bring the country together. You can't bring the country together when part of them absolutely want to enforce a rule of, let's say, abortion, and the other half does not. How do you do that? It's like, it reminds me of like in the days of Elijah, where he got up on Mount Carmel and he looked at Israel. He said, why do you halt between 2 opinions? Some of you say you know Yahweh, but you're worshiping Baal. So if Baal is God, follow him. But if God's God, you better follow him. And so you kind of get that feeling that even in the Christian community, they're halting between 2 opinions. And I'll be very honest with you, even though we have Christian radio, Christian television programs, YouTube channels, we're living in the most biblically illiterate generation I've ever seen in my life, because they really don't know the depth of the Bible.
Why?
Why do
you think that is?
I think because the ministers have become encouragers, or they look at themselves as coaches to coach people through the journey of life, especially a lot of your mega churches. And we've gotten away from really what I would call being raised a fourth generation minister of sound doctrine, of really staying in the Word and teaching people something they need to know. And I have many wonderful churches I preach at, but I know the pastors, the people in the congregations are dealing with so many issues in their family and in their home and in their business and the worries. So a lot of preaching is geared more toward you can make it, how to make it in life, which is good because that has its place, obviously. We do that kind of teaching. But then when it comes to knowing, like people in Pentecostal churches are saying they don't even believe hell exists now. I mean, you got a million videos on YouTube of people having near-life after-death experiences, and some of them are Muslims and Hindus and Buddhists, and they go to hell. They describe it, and it's all the same. Yeah, with evidence that's out there, people doubt. And you even have people now that's Christians who say heaven's a metaphor. It doesn't really exist. We're going to live on earth and just have a resurrected. So people don't even know what the Scripture teaches. So that makes my job difficult, but it makes it good because that's part of what we do. When you come to our meetings, I'll tell you something. Our conferences like we're having, you will learn things and you will be blown away at what you will learn that you didn't know. One guy came and said, I'm a prophecy connoisseur. I've heard it all. And he came to the summit. He said, I don't know nothing. So he did know something, but he learned so much that he didn't know, And so I just want to, I know that we've advertised, we've sent out cards in the area and so on, inviting people, but it will start again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. And again, Southbound is there, Lindell's there, I'll be ministering. And then we'll start 2 services a day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now, how can I leave this out?
Well, come on.
I'm about to leave this out. My wife would get me. We have, as you know, a Saturday Fall Festival. Yep. It's on the OCI Omega Center National property. Yep. 2 big tents are up. We have vendors. We have... I probably shouldn't say this because they said, last time you put that on radio, we wiped out in 5 minutes, okay? So I'm actually taking my kids' inheritance. I'm really, when I tell you this, people think I'm joking. So I have major coin collections for 50 years. So I'm taking Morgan silver dollars, silver rounds, silver 1 ounces, some gold coins, and we're going to sell them at the Fall Festival.
Wow.
And so they actually leave church and stand in line there to get those. And we're offering them for less than what you can get them for on the internet, which is not good, honestly, because this stuff's going to go up. So we have vendors' booths, we have a singing under the tent, and we have the hoppers coming.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
there
and they're great.
They've been around
and we're going to have other singers. And so if you come to the Fall Festival, it starts at noon. We end about 5:30. But if you will stay under the, there's food trucks there, there's Chick-fil-A, there's all kinds of things.
Is there Pam's Fried Pies?
800.
Come on.
She makes, listen, they go out in 10 minutes.
I know they do.
It's really unreal. People are getting 5 and 6 at a time. And I'm
once a year they're freezing them.
Yeah. And I'm a diabetic, and they don't fix me the special. I have to eat one, so my sugar goes to 350. I'm like, hey everybody, somebody give me can you got a blanket? I mean, if you're watching and you're a diabetic, you understand this kind of thing. But I will tell you this, that if you come to the Fall Festival, and even if you don't come to the meeting, you're welcome to come to the Fall. It's open. There's no fee. It's on our property, like I said. You can park in the parking lot, walk down the hill there. It's all there. But if you go into the tent, which we'll have a tent up, and the weather's supposed to be great that day. Thank the Lord for that. Thankfully it wasn't this past weekend. We have tickets we give everybody, and we give gifts away the whole time. Now, at the end of the day, here's the big one. At the end of the day, I have marked 5 gifts that are, some of them are worth $800 to $3,000. Nice. So we will give those away. So if you can stay to the end, and we've had people that said, we were getting ready to leave, we're glad we didn't, because they got something really worth a lot of money. And a lot of this is ancient stuff. Wow. So it's going to be a fun day. So for everybody in town, just remember at 12 o'clock, Omega Center International, Cleveland, Tennessee, which is down from the YMCA. It's easy to find. Park. You don't need a ticket. Come down, and then when you get in the tent, they'll give you a red ticket with a number, and that's how the gifts are given. It's just a lot of fun, and I'll be signing books along with my 2 big security guards there to beat anybody in the head wanting to cause trouble. Okay, so. And somebody asked me one time, I said, why do you have to have that? We're not going to go into the details, but with this culture today, I mean, you do. And I just also want to say, I'm great, and I always want to honor our first responders, whether they're firemen, or our police officers or our teams here. I just want to honor the sheriff in town and both Bradley County and the city police officers that do a great job and put their life on the line at times. And they help us tremendously. And I'm not going to say much about this, but I'm also grateful, and I can't say much about it, for the state of Tennessee that gave us a grant for security.
Wow.
And it came from the state. Wow. And so it's because we have a facility that so many conventions are in. Yep. So we have a great team. I want to say that, a great security team. We have security things that we have there. And so and they help everything just to move smoothly, whether it's parking, whether it's dealing with a situation. They're very good at it. And I want to say to all of both the county and city that we always appreciated the men in blue and the women as well that have been a part of helping us over the years. They have always done a great job, and I just want to honor our city guys with all the work.
My friend Perry Stone, the main event, Awaken America. Hey, repeat the details. Come on.
Yeah, wake up. So we hope, again, if you're coming, just go to Perry Stone Dog. You have to register. I mean, you can't just walk in the building. That's right. And, and again, we have things there, to help you, but in the main hall. And so you have to have an armband to get in. We have, like I said, we have tight security there and everything because of the speakers we have, obviously, And so it's going to be a great, great time together. And what is so fun about this meeting, in my opinion, is it's almost like a homecoming. Yes. Now my cousin who was supposed to be here, she's going to dress up like a hillbilly, blacken her teeth, and sell the pies. And if you would have met her, you would have loved her. She had the biggest funeral in the history of this town in West Virginia, in the history of the town from the 1800s. She was killed in a wreck. I talked to her that morning. She was killed 2 hours later. 63 years old, the best friend I had. I mean, talked to her every day. She would make, when I needed somebody to make me laugh, she was the comedian of the family. But her sister's coming, Connie, which is my other cousin's coming with her husband, and she was supposed to have been here. And I just miss her really bad because we had these crazy plans for her to just be goofy during the fall festival. And everybody loved her. She was the comedian, like I said. And I'm telling you, they were standing in line. 2,000 people were in line at a church trying to view her. She was loved by everybody.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's just sad, And when you have, how it is in family. When you have those kind of friends, you don't get them but once in your lifetime. Right. So I've had a couple months of pretty tough time with heartache and sorrow because she was the kind that we vowed if we got to be real old, will you help me if I get to be 80? If Jesus tarries, yeah, I'll help you. What about me? All my family's dying. I'm the youngest. That's what she told me. I said we pledged to take care of each other. So when she was with Pam last time here in April, she said, Perry's talking to me about if he gets real old, I got to take care of him. She passes a nursing home. She said, that's where I'm going to put him right there. She was just crazy. But anyway, we had the thing I was going to say is just the fellowship, and you know how this is. Yep. You get those people together. They haven't seen each other in a year, maybe since the spring. It is a family reunion. And the VOE family, which I've been in ministry now, can you believe 48 years? It really is. And I will tell you this in closing, that October through May of this year, we had the two biggest revivals, not only in our history of our ministry, in the history of the state or in the history of the town. Free Chapel in Gainesville. Sunday night, we had almost 6,000 people show up in a building that seats 3. And people getting saved, filled with the Holy Spirit, just so many things happening. Then we went to a church in Florence, Kentucky, and they hadn't had a revival in 19 years. Wow. It's kind of a different type of church. Sure. Same thing happened. Thousands showing up. The pastor was blown away, and I think we went about 9 services there. So we're going to go back, to Jensen's to pick up the revival again soon. Good. And I want to tell people, I travel, there's hope out there. We went to Orange County, California in 61. Now these are movers and shakers. These are, I've met Selena, not dropping names, but I've met Selena Gomez. I have met Hollywood movie stars. I've met Katy Perry's parents. They come to our meetings in Orange County. It's pretty cool. And so they're in the revival, our kids praying, and Jensen says, that's the Hollywood star with Disney right there. That's the guy that has 100 million people on social media. And they are just praying and crying. And he baptized 61 of the kids, and they've all forsaken alcohol. They've all forsaken drug addiction. And so I want to say, don't just pay attention to the political aspect of America or the division that's here, because God's going to pour out His Spirit, Joel chapter 2, and it's happening in every denomination. It's happening all around the world. It's happening in the United States. And I think we're on the precipice of the greatest move of God. And here's why. Everything happening in the Middle East is so prophetic right now. It's scary. If you were not a Christian, I mean, we literally could be on the verge of a nuclear war with Russia. And that's not a joke. When President Trump says that, he has information, and I have similar information, not the same. And it's a frightening time in the flesh. It's a great time in the spirit. So if you're a believer and you know the Bible, these are really exciting times to live in. And so we're going to see, Cleveland's going to have a great revival. I believe that. I believe that, we've got good churches here. We're good friends with all the different pastors. We've met them over the years and preached in a lot of the churches over the years. We don't preach as much in Cleveland as we do out, because I love traveling. I still love traveling, and I'm grateful I still can. That's the biggest thing. Yes. But I appreciate also. I don't say this much, but this is a great radio station. I appreciate you guys' friendship over the years. How you've just you've prayed with us, and you've watched us grow from a little ministry beside McDonald's, 350 square foot, to this 120 acres with just how God has blessed us, and it's very humbling when you see what He does, and you meet the people. I mean, I was at a restaurant yesterday with a friend of mine from Israel, and as I'm leaving, this guy says, "I know you." And I always say, "Yeah, post office. You saw me probably." And I'd make jokes, and then you see something that happened where they watched a program or they heard you, and you meet them all over. Anywhere you go, and you don't realize the impact of what God is doing. We have an IDF officer that came to know the Lord, that from Gaza, and he gave us a video. We showed it. And he said, my friend was a Messianic believer. I did not believe. And he said, watch Perry Stone. You need to watch him because he understands our roots, Judaism. He understands our faith. And he watched him, and he sent a video in his uniform from Gaza and said, I just want you to know I've accepted the Lord. Wow. And it happens in Russia. We're on in Russia. We're on in Romania. In their language, we're on in the Ukraine. And the harvest outside the U.S. is major. We just did a lens of the camera meeting in a Islamic country. We won't name it, but we've done this quite a bit and saw about 30,000 people saved in an outdoor meeting. I'm on a screen preaching from Cleveland. I don't have to get on a plane. And then, of course, we help them get Bibles. And so I just tell you this, it's very humbling to know that God chose you, didn't just call you, to do something in your generation. And I'm trying my best to protect that, walk very cautiously, carefully, be careful who you surround yourself with. You can surround yourself with the wrong people, and you can. And very sincere, you're sincere, but it can be the wrong people for what you're doing, if that makes sense. And try to be careful. But I'm also grateful because I have a great staff. Charlie's been with me 37 years, I think, now.
Oh, my goodness.
I think he's going to just retire with me probably.
Charlie Ellis.
Yeah, Charlie the man. Charlie the man. And the rest of my staff, I have to brag on them. Most of them are in their 60s now, but they've been with me 20 to 30 years. Some of them over 30 years, And we're like a family. So my bookkeepers are all, this is terrible. I have 3 bookkeepers, and they're all going to retire at the same time. I'm I'm about to drive myself nuts because this is a big position. I have to know who you are. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put a resume in the paper. And I'm like, Pam, we're really getting older. I mean, have you noticed? All my people are retiring. You know what I mean? But I want to honor the staff. I want to honor the station, the city that works so well with us. Yes. The restaurants I know, and folks, I know the traffic picks up a little bit, but just remember, it's helping keep your kids working in restaurants and hotels, and it's keeping the city. Bradley County has a great income from tourism. You know that, and from the conferences. We have Karen Wheaton coming, Bill Cloud's conferences. We have like 15 conferences a year in that building. So we're grateful. I just want the town to know. Thank you for how many of you meet us in restaurants. Hey, we pray for you. We love the ministry. Thank you. And I want to say most of all to the Lord who dwells in heaven, the Almighty, Christ, the Holy Spirit, who is doing their work in these last days. And this is a great town to live in. And please forgive me if the town is growing. It may be I've had it, the mayor said, it's your fault because one of the mayors told me, they said, I think it's your fault because you'll go on TV and brag on Cleveland, Tennessee is one of the greatest places to live. And, if and this really was told me by someone in government that if a nuclear attack hit on the west of us, west of us, that the air current splits in Chattanooga and it goes toward Dayton or to Dalton. You ever notice we don't get snow, and sometimes the storms pass us? And I almost went too far out there, but he was telling me some facilities that had been built in our area because of that. Wow. And so I said, Cleveland, Tennessee is one of the greatest places. Next thing I know, here comes 100 families from California. You know, it's like, okay, God bless you, you know. So if it's growing, maybe we had a little bit to do with going on TV and bragging on Tennessee, the great state of Tennessee.
Worldwide television.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know.
My friend Perry Stone. Perry, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It starts tomorrow night.
It starts 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Yeah, and again, perrystone.org is where you get the information to register.
You got to register, though. Perry,
that's
great
right.
to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Perry Stone, our longtime friend. All right, we're going to take a quick break right here. Let me remind you of what we are doing tomorrow morning, Bridget, and if you want to kick in here with me, we're going to have a Hurricane Helene relief broadcast tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock at Life Care Centers of America. And Bridget, talk about some of the needs that we have. And of course, we're partnering with Operation Compassion and Calvin Page and his great team.
Yeah, so the greatest needs as of right now: water, cleaning supplies, diapers, canned food items with pop tops, also tuna and chicken packs, cereal, things like peanut butter, granola, and protein bars. They also need tarps, rope, duct tape, zip ties, bleach is greatly needed as well. So any sort of supplies like that you can think of. Also monetary donations as well. Visit operationcompassion.org. There's a donate button right there on the homepage, so it's very easy to give, operationcompassion.org. But come by and help us fill that truck with supplies tomorrow morning beginning at 7 a.m. at Life Care Centers of America's corporate office there, 3570 Keith Street here in Cleveland.
All of our stations are coming together for this. Mix 104.1, ESPN Cleveland 101.3, Fiesta 99.1, and of course, MixTV.tv. Live from Life Care's Corporate Plaza tomorrow morning, on the air at 7. We will be out there before 7. If you need to come before 7, be out there probably about 9:30. But operationcompassion.org.
This news update is brought to you by Wright Pediatric Dentistry, now open in Cleveland on Paul Huff Parkway behind McAllister's, accepting new patients. Call Wright Pediatric Dentistry at 423-910-3055.
Fall 2020.
The greatest meal deal for your buck? Hardee's Original Bag. Just $5.99. Loaded with your choice of 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink. All for just $5.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck, it's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted, and they found me that truck.
I'm Brew McCoy, your favorite Tennessee wide receiver. In the world of football, precision is everything. Every pass, every catch. But what about when it comes to protecting your home? Best Buy Metals can manufacture a custom-fitted roof that will protect your home for a lifetime. Best of all, it can be manufactured the same or next day. Call or visit a Best Buy Metal showroom or drop by bestbuymetalroofing.com to get a quote today. Best Buy Metals, roofing that lasts.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Did you know that 6,100 students under the age of 18 vape for their very first time every day? It's time to make a change. Escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
I love the Cleveland community because I think it's a very warm place to live. It's just a very friendly community, and you don't necessarily have to be born here to fit in. There's a lot of folks that move here and they fall in love with it. I feel like we make our customers feel valued by the way we treat them. We're very welcoming here. We get to know them. We learn their names. We learn their goals, and we try to meet all their financial needs, not just do one transaction with them.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
Hi, my name is Addison and I am from Bradley Central. Vaping nicotine has become a serious issue in our schools. Over 40% of high school students have reported that they have used a vape, and the number is only rising. It's time to escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
Purchase all your mattress needs from locally owned Mermaid Mattress. Keeping your dollars local is important, and so is buying from a family, not a firm.
All right, for today, we'll have overcast skies, a slight chance of a rain shower, a high of 76 and a low of 61 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy again, a high of 80 and a low of 62. Partly cloudy on Wednesday with a high of 82. Your current Milligan vane temperature is 66 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar this morning, still a few spotty showers in the Polk County and McMinn County areas.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Life Care Center of Cleveland, celebrating more than 45 years of serving the needs of this aging community. Life Care Center of Cleveland.
The best mix, the best variety. Mix 104.1.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop.
where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox. Air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
I'm Brew McCoy, your favorite Tennessee wide receiver. In the world of football, precision is everything. Every pass, every catch. But what about when it comes to protecting your home? Best Buy Metals can manufacture a custom-fitted roof that will protect your home for a lifetime. Best of all, it can be manufactured the same or next day. Call or visit a Best Buy Metal showroom or drop by bestbuymetalroofing.com to get a quote today. Best Buy Metals, roofing that lasts.
We've been doing things like this for many, many years. Special broadcast tomorrow morning, Mix 104.1, our family of stations, Mix 104.1, ESPN Cleveland 101.3, Fiesta 99.1, and MixTV.tv. We are hosting a Hurricane Helene relief broadcast tomorrow morning at Life Care Centers of America's Corporate Plaza on Key Street, we'll go on the air at 7. Now, those of you who would need to come before 7, we'll be there prior to 7. On air at 7. We'll be there about 9:30 or so. And Bridget, why don't you talk about the needs? We're partnering with Operation Compassion, as we have for nearly 20 years. They go to the front lines. They will take what's donated tomorrow, and they take it to Western North Carolina. They've already been there. Northeast Tennessee, they've already been there over the weekend. They've been down to the Florida, that Big Bend region, as we've heard. Bridget, what are some of the needs?
Yeah, the greatest needs right now include water, cleaning supplies, also diapers, canned food items with Pop-Tops, tuna and chicken packs, cereal, peanut butter, granola and protein bars. They also need tarps, rope, duct tape, zip ties, and bleach as well. So those are the items that they have mentioned to us that are the greatest needs right now.
All right, we're on the air tomorrow, so take today and get ready. And we're getting a lot of calls here, a lot of text messages, that sort of thing. Getting ready. Well, our dear friends, Central Heat and Air, Tony Bishop and Carrie Fugent, join us. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
So great to see you. First of all, Tony, I want to begin with you. How's everything going at Central Heat and Air?
Well, it's usually our slow time, but we're pretty busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's good.
Carrie, how's it going?
Well, it's good. Keeping everybody in line,
It's always good.
Yeah.
Things are good. Well, let's talk about this contest. And this is actually how I first heard of you guys a couple of years ago, this contest you did. Tony, tell us what you're doing, buddy.
All right, so the third year here is coming up that we're going to be doing the free heat and air giveaway to a veteran. So we're really excited about that. We enjoyed the last 2 years, and so we're pretty amped to do it again.
Why do you do it? Why?
We just want to show our appreciation to all the veterans, and so we kind of like monitor the whole year of what can we do to kind of contribute and show our appreciation. And this was one of the best ones that we get excited about doing the veterans every year. So
that's wonderful, Carrie Fugent. Why? Not why, but you're the marketing director here for Central Heat and Air. So tell us how people can do this. What do they need to do?
So what we'll do is tomorrow when we launch it, is we're running it the whole month of October. We'll launch tomorrow, and you will go to our Facebook page. There will be a link to our website. And what it is this contest we're going to do a little different. You nominate somebody, and we want to hear their story.
Yep.
We're going to have 3 judges that are going to sit in, and they're going to read all of these stories on why somebody deserves this new HVAC system. And so you'll just go to our Facebook page, click on the link. It'll take you to our website. Or you can go to our website too, docsair.com. And it's all on there, and you just fill out the form and submit it, and you're good to go.
Tony, I mean, guys, that's incredible. That's an incredible contest. It really is.
It is.
And so what's the Facebook page, Carrie?
Central Heat and Air. It's just our Facebook page. And if you have any questions, you can always call our office. Somebody can help you. 423-478-7778.
We're joined by Tony Bishop and Carrie Fugent with Central Heat and Air. Their huge contest for veterans, and we owe them pretty much everything, really, for their sacrifices. So, Tony, it's all month. It's all month as far as the contest.
All month, yes. So we just want to, people to just come in there and give us some testimonies. And so we kind of got this ideal from last year. A lot of people was giving testimonies. And they're like, wow, man, let's do a contest with testimonies. Let's hear a lot of testimonies. So really excited about this one, just to hear, the testimonies and stuff,
So while you're here, what can Central Heat and Air do for people just in general? Tell me what you do.
Well, we do heating and air. We do air quality in people's homes. We also do encapsulations in crawl spaces. We're here in Cleveland's kind of growing, and we're doing a lot of construction here these days. So there's a lot of building going on and everything. So it's a good time to be in business in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Amen to that. Thank the Lord. Carrie, anything you want to add here?
No, just get on there, nominate somebody, and we will announce the winner on Veterans Day, November 11th.
Oh, great.
And hopefully we'll bring the winner even back here.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's remind everyone how they can nominate a veteran.
Okay, the link will be on our website tomorrow and our Facebook page, Central Heat and Air. And you'll just click the link and fill out your information, the person you're nominating, and their story. And like I said, we have some judges already lined up that are going to read over all the stories in the first week of November, and then we'll announce the winner on the 11th.
Hey, Fruit Loops, pop the radar up there while we have them in the studio. It's our Central Heat and Air radar, which, there we go.
Yay.
Which, all right, so Bridget, do your thing here. She's not the one who does this, everybody.
Still a few spotty rain showers in the McMinn County, Polk County area this morning.
But here's what Fruit Loops back there does, Austin. Is so on your radar, a lot of times he'll bring it out to we can tell the weather in Northern California, so which has nothing to do with what we're doing here. Don't you do that, Austin?
Look, if you want to know if weather's going to be here later today, you need to see the showers further than 20 miles away.
Yeah, especially London, England. And,
especially when it says Central Heat and Air on the screen.
Yeah. Tony Bishop, Carrie Fugent, thank you so much. This is a wonderful contest.
Yeah.
They're going to give away a brand new heating and air unit to a veteran. That starts tomorrow. All right, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, bud. All right, it is right now 9:03, and Bridget, let's get our final check. And we've been, of course, talking about our breaking news quite a bit this morning, the Hurricane Helene relief efforts in our broadcast tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock at Life Care at the Corporate Plaza on Key Street. Bring your donations of, as Bridget said, water, diapers, cleaning supplies. Those are really the top three needs, non-perishable food items. Operation Compassion, we partner with them for nearly 20 years. They're going to be out there with their trucks. But Bridget, let's do the Simmons Bank celebration list. We've probably not hit this enough this morning because we have had all this other going on.
Okay, a happy belated birthday to my mom, Susan Baggett. She celebrated on Friday. Also, Taylor Talley is 28 today. The birthday wish says she's the best daughter ever. Kelly Mull is celebrating today, along with Sharon Shell. Adeline Riley is having a birthday today. She's 15, a freshman at Bradley Central. Our very own Sheridan, her husband Wes Gaither, they're celebrating their very first wedding anniversary today. And Maisie Hazelton is 6 years old today. That is from her Mimi and Pappy. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us for tomorrow. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritapest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. At Simmons Bank, they have the products and services to help make your dreams come true. Call Ken Do, 423-381-3427.
All right, so we're going to reset right here and come back. We'll have more after this. Stand by.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios, this is your home for the best mix, the best variety, and all the important information you need. Download the Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com. The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making the top of your house the best it can be. Visit bestbuymetalroofing.com.
The best mix, the best variety. variety. WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. Rescue and recovery operations are underway across the Southeast after Helene left destruction across 5 states. President Biden, Vice President Harris, former President Trump, all planning to tour the devastation.
Trump is expected to deliver remarks and give out relief supplies in Georgia. Meantime, Harris is cutting her trip in Nevada short, heading to D.C. this morning to get federal briefings on Helene. She says she, too, wants to visit the affected areas as soon as possible.
Fox's Madeline Rivera, at least 99 deaths are reported, and after killing the leader of Hezbollah, Israel is turning up the heat on its enemies.
Hassan Nasrallah may be dead, but Israel's campaign continues. The head of the Lebanon-based militant group Hezbollah was killed in a massive airstrike in Beirut on Friday. Since then, Israel has continued its assault across Lebanon.
Fox's Jonathan Savage, America's listening to Fox News.
Capital Tire Service, downtown Cleveland, your local Michelin dealer since 1967. Providing Cleveland with quality products and services for over 50 years. Come see Freddie or Tony in downtown Cleveland for a great deal on Michelin tires. All right, welcome in, everybody. It is just after 9 o'clock, 9:06. And yes, if you're watching MixTV.tv, we are really looking forward to tomorrow. We are having a Hurricane Helene relief broadcast tomorrow morning, going to be held at Life Care Centers of America's Corporate Plaza tomorrow. We go on the air at 7 o'clock, and we will be on till about 9:30 tomorrow morning at Life Care Centers of Cleveland. So again, the supply list. Hey, so Fruit Loops, I'm just looking here on MixTV.tv. You say you've got the supply list up on our website, is that right?
Yes, so I just finished publishing on the website. So there's information, there's the supply list. Everything that you need to know is on our website. Go to mymix1041.com.
All right, so we'll go on the air at 7. We'll be out there tomorrow morning before 7 at Life Care's Corporate Plaza on Keith Street, and that's 3570 Keith Street. Tomorrow morning, I will say, we have had a number of texts and phone calls this morning from a lot of people. And some of them, Bridget, are saying, hey, you know what? I can't make it tomorrow. I'm out of town or whatever. So we're telling them what to go to the Operation Compassion website. Is that right?
Yes, and that is operationcompassion.org. There's a donate tab right there on the homepage that makes it very easy for you. Again, that's operationcompassion.org.
We go on there at 7. You have today to get ready. As I said earlier, I want every bit of water sold out in Cleveland today. The biggest need for these people is bottled water, non-perishable food items. This is Western North Carolina, friends over there, friends in northeastern Tennessee. So we have a chance. You've never let us down. We've done many of these over the last 20-something years, and most of them with Operation Compassion. You've never let us down. I hope there's a line down Key Street tomorrow. Okay? And, Bridget, one thing that they told us also is, hey, these people don't have electricity. Mm-hmm. They don't have running water. Basically, survival is really where we are right now.
Yep, so they do need food as well. But, yeah, think about their, not having access to electricity. So if you get canned food, make sure it has a pop top. But things like cereal, peanut butter, protein, and granola bars are all great. So just keep that in mind. No access to electricity as you're making your purchases today.
All right, my friend, I still call her Blair Deacon. What is that, Blair?
It's Blair Deacon, that is correct.
Blair Deacon,
yeah.
Who I went to Cleveland High School with, and she's the one who did something, so that's great. Yeah. She's with United Way of the Ocoee region. And Blair, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well. Thank you so much for having us this morning.
Well, it's great to see you. And tell us, I see these guys here with you, all my friends. What's happening?
I do. So we are so excited. This Saturday, we actually have the Whirlpool appliance sale. So I have some of my friends here. I have my 2 campaign co-chairs, Nate Tucker and Adam Osborne. And then we're actually joined by Jeff Jones. He is the plant leader, plant manager at Whirlpool.
This is your second time here, and so now I can kid you around a little more. First time we're nice, you know what I mean. Ask these guys; I can tell you.
Exactly.
I can tell you. Now, don't get nervous, Jeff. Everything's fine. And Blair, I tell you, Whirlpool and their place in this community cannot be overstated.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
They do so much, and actually here at United Way of the Ocoee region, they are our #1 corporate partner, and they're giving their campaign, their employee campaign, volunteerism. They're always open for day of action or any projects that we have going on. And really between the Whirlpool sale of the appliances and then also the Gladiator equipment, it's one of our largest fundraisers throughout the year.
It's just tremendous. We do have Adam Osborne and Nate Tucker, our campaign co-chairs this year, but I want to begin, though, with the Whirlpool plant leader, Jeff Jones. Jeff, good morning. Why do you come up a little closer to that mic there? Why pick one. Okay. Why do you guys think this is so important?
Well, first of all, it's for the community. And like I said the last time I was here, Whirlpool's dedicated and committed to continuing to partner with United Way because we believe in it. Again, as I've said in other venues, I personally believe that Cleveland is very special. And so you have my commitment, my team's commitment to continue to do everything we can to make sure that we can help out to a community that's very, very well deserving. And so that's really a big part of it.
Whirlpool right in the middle of so many wonderful things here in Cleveland. Nate Tucker is the chairman of the Cleveland Board of Education as well, Nate, as a campaign co-chair. Tell me some more about this, buddy, and your point of view on all this.
Thanks for having us, Steve. We're so appreciative of the work that Whirlpool does for the Cleveland community. Last year, about 450 requests, $450,000 of requests to United Way were not met. And so we're excited to close the gap in that and reduce that number. Hopefully we can zero it out, but we can't do it without our listeners, our friends, our partners, and Whirlpool is a huge partner with making that happen. So we're excited about this Saturday and look forward to hearing the great news. So we're expecting some great things.
It always does great. Adam Osborne with HHM. And Adam, your thoughts on all this, buddy?
Yeah, Steve. So our goal this year is $1.55 million for the campaign. We've had a good kickoff with the Women United Gala where we raised $230,000. This is kind of our next big opportunity, and we are so thankful for the relationship we have with Whirlpool. They've been such a great partner with us, our #1 partner for a long time. They've been doing this appliance sale for several years, and so we're really looking forward to a bigger and better opportunity. We've set a lot of records so far, record number of attendance for Day of Action, record number at the Women United event, and so we kind of want this to be another record.
Sounds like you and Nate are taking a lot of credit for what's been happening here. Built on the shoulders over 100 years. What are you guys doing, Osborne?
We are
my son's former basketball coach.
We're not taking credit for it because the United Way staff do so much of the work. But Jeff and his team are fantastic partners, and this is just another great step for us. We're really excited.
Blair, all right, so let's get the details out there. What do we know?
Okay, so it's this Saturday, October the 5th, from 9 a.m. to 2. And actually, Jeff, do you want to talk a little bit about what kind of items that we're going to have at the sale?
Absolutely. So the first thing is we have some dishwashers that would come from our Finley plant in Ohio. We have some gas ranges that we're going to offer for the sale. Some wall ovens, some microwave combo wall units as well, and they're beautiful units, by the way. Yep. And then, of course, we have some assortment of some Gladiator garage equipment, which, again, if you know anything about Gladiator, it is really superb product. And so, again, just to try to amp up whatever we can contribute to United Way, we're just trying to do everything we can to make sure we can meet those goals. And additionally, we were able to get some assortment of equipment that we no longer have use for. So this is industrial equipment that we will also be offering in the sale as an extra added bonus to continue to just keep pushing for the target for this year. Again, Nate and Adam are superb guys. Blair, certainly a great person as well.
Well, I agree with you on the last one. But
yeah. And of course, again, over 500 items, and of course, all of these items will go to support United Way.
Great team here, all the way around. Blair, just anything you want to add here before we go? Again, Saturday, 9 to 2?
Saturday 9 to 2, yes.
At Whirlpool.
From what I've heard, this is going to be my first appliance sale, but there's a line that'll kind of start backing up from what I hear. But please come out. Again, everything from the sale supports and goes back to our community that stays local and supports a network of 41 nonprofit programs in our community.
Adam Osborne, a final word from you, buddy.
Hey, we appreciate you for having us. Appreciate Whirlpool. 1.55 million. That's our goal. So even if you can't make the appliance sale and want to give, contact the United Way of the Ocoee region, and they can take a donation over the phone.
My buddy Nate Tucker. Nate, final word from you, bud.
Just thank you in advance. We feel like that we can put a dent in that $450,000 need that we left on the table last year, and so we can't do it without you guys. So thank you for all you do.
A great reminder. Jeff Jones, another word from you at Whirlpool.
Well, again, I can't leave without thanking you because this is a big part of it too, to get the word out, and hopefully it'll be spread. But I just want to thank you, of course, with the colleagues here for the great partnership. I do want to clarify, so from 8 to 9, actually the sale will be open for employees because we have to extend that privilege first. And then from 9 to 2, it will be open to the general public to come support this worthy cause. So again, thank you, and hopefully we together we can go get it.
All right, Blair, if people want to go online, more information maybe about this year's campaign, what should they do?
They can always go to unitedwayocoee.org. There is a place, like they had mentioned, where you can give, learn more about volunteering, advocating, and giving to United Way.
You know, most of our audience can't spell .org. They can't spell org. It's terrible. I know. I've met these people. I mean, good luck trying to get them there. Anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All of a sudden, they're all nervous. I don't know why. Anyway, all right. Good job, guys. Good to see you.
Thank you.
All right. Whirlpool, the big appliance sale is this Saturday from 9 to 2, and it's going to be a great, that's one of the biggest sales of the year. All right, we're going to wrap things up here. Let me remind you, tomorrow morning, we're broadcasting live from Life Care Centers America's corporate headquarters. We are having, Bridget, our Hurricane Helene relief broadcast. We have done so many hurricane relief broadcasts at Life Care over the last 20-something years. Operation Compassion is our partner in this. They go to the front lines. They take what you donate, as Pastor Calvin Page here earlier this morning.
Yes, that's right. So that is tomorrow morning beginning at 7 a.m. at Life Care Centers of America's Corporate Plaza. The address is 3570 Keith Street. So come by there and see us in the morning with your supplies. The supplies that they need most as of right now include water, cleaning supplies, specifically bleach, and then those non-perishable food items, also diapers as well. But back to the non-perishable food items, if you're donating those, just keep in mind these are going to people who do not have access to electricity. So if you're doing canned food items, make sure they have Pop Tops. Some other ideas include tuna and chicken packs, cereal, peanut butter, granola, and protein bars. They also need things like tarps, rope, duct tape, zip ties, things like that as they're getting into these cleanup efforts. So again, tomorrow morning at Life Care Centers Corporate Plaza, 3570 Keith Street in Cleveland. You can also give monetarily as well. OperationCompassion.org.
Hey, Fruit Loops, I just had a question about the supply list. You did put that on our website, is that right?
Yes, it's on our website now with links to give to Operation Compassion, and we'll be adding things throughout the day.
Yeah, I will tell you, and I'm not going to start calling names, but let's say plans are being made, and it's our opportunity to help our friends in Northeast Tennessee, in Western North Carolina specifically, and Operation Compassion. They're just going to take what you give, and they're going to get it to the front lines. I believe tomorrow morning is going to be a great morning. I really do. If you're just hearing about this, that's our broadcast tomorrow morning. We will be out at Life Care. At the corporate plaza, the corporate headquarters of Life Care on Keith Street. They're blocking off that parking lot. You'll be able to drive in and not have to get out. Well, hopefully, I'm sure we'll have volunteers there. I appreciate Todd Fletcher, president of Life Care, and the Life Care staff for what they're doing and allowing us to do this there. We've been doing this at Life Care for many, many years. And appreciate them always stepping up when we need to do something like this. So get ready. That's what I would tell you. Be ready. come and donate tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. We're on there at 7. Operation Compassion will have trucks out there prior to 7 a.m. So if you need to come before 7, that's great. We'll be out there probably around 9:30. Just had someone tell me they're going to come out. They need to come out after 9. Yeah, we'll be there. And we'll stay on the air. So OperationCompassion.org. Or I tell you, go to our website. As you just heard, Austin has linked all of that. Go to hey, did you put that at the top of the screen on the website? I haven't seen it yet. Oh, what?
Yeah, it's on the front page of the website, mymix1041.com.
Our new redesigned website. All right, we're going to leave it there for now. You always come through. You always have all these years. Best place in the world. We live in the best place in the world, and I think, Bridget, I believe that these people are going to show it again tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt.
I really, really do. Mm-hmm. All right. Full supply list, what's needed at mymix1041.com. And I'll just give you that because then you can jump to Operation Compassion from there. Sheridan Mosley, our communication director, is going to put all of this on our social media. If you have questions, you can call us. I don't want to talk to you, but they will. 423-614-6499.
We'll give them your direct number. How about that?
Oh, good. Well, we'll be needing brand new staff, apparently. I do think the line of the morning, and I think you people can agree with this, is that this audience does not know how to spell .org. Come on!
No, it's not true.
We need Perry Stone and Kelvin Page back here to pray for you. All right, that's it. If you're on a radio, we're going to get you back to music. Start your work day. If you're watching us on mixtv.tv, that's the end of the line for us until tomorrow morning. But we'll be here all day. Bridget next. Sheridan does some talking. And Mike Lee this afternoon with a Mix Afternoon Drive. All coming up. Stand by, everyone. Let's get you a little music right here. Kick off the hour. And then we'll just go from here. Thank you for joining.